Hello and welcome to the second level of my Tomb Raider 3 walkthrough guide. In this series I'll be showing you how to complete this game level by level, collecting all the secrets, and we're going to try and do it without using a health pack. So straight off the bat, this is the second level in the game, and it's called Temple Ruins, and straight off the bat we've got these new enemies, the cobras, or snakes, or asps, whatever they are. And they basically, what they like to do in this level is they like to hide in the grass or around corners and things. And what they do if they actually touch you is they poison you. And then it slowly, your health slowly starts to drain down. I think your health bar turns yellow. It slowly drains down and then you actually can't get rid of it unless you use a med pack. So for the purpose of this run, obviously getting poisoned is the worst thing. And we'd have to reset the level if that happens. Now, you can see a way to go down there, but all that is just the return path if you fall in the water. So we're hopefully not going to have to go that way. Around the corner here is another snake, so we're just going to take care of him. And then when we come into this room here, we're going to have to kill 2 monkeys. Now, in the last level, or the last video, the monkeys were actually helpful. They would show you, where a lever was. They'd pick up, pick up keys and things like that, and just generally be annoying. Whereas in this level, they're not deadly. They do a bit of damage, but they, they're evil. So we actually have to kill them there. So this part here, you just want to run and jump to this ledge and jump across. Now you want to be quite quick getting out of this water because there are some piranhas swimming about. Wherever they are, I can't see them. Oh, there they are. So there's piranhas in the water there. They can't get you while you're on in the very shallow water, but if you were to jump into the main body of the water, then they can start eating you and draining your health. So basically what we're going to do is just wait until they've moved away from this door, because we're going to have to go in the water now. We're going to drop down and we're just going to swim into this tunnel here. And you can see they sort of came on the screen there, but as soon as you get around that corner, they stop chasing you. We're going to climb out here, and we've got 2 more monkeys to take care of. There's one there, and then there's another one over here. There we go. They seem to take quite a few hits from the pistols. I suppose the idea there is that they're probably quite fast, so we're not actually hitting them all the time with the pistols. That's why they seem to take more hits. Got another 2 monkeys just to kill here, so we'll do that. And the way to go is to the right, but we're just going to do a running jump over to the left here, and there's some Uzi ammo, so we'll just grab that. And then to get back, if I can actually make the jump, is you can do a running jump. You just have to angle yourself towards there, and you can do a running jump and only just make it. Around the corner here is another monkey, so we'll just shoot him. And then we'll continue this way. So, in the first video of in my first guide, first level walkthrough, I explained what these green things are. So they're basically the save crystals, or health crystals. And if you collect those, it'll actually refill your life. So, part of this walkthrough, because I'm playing this on the PC version, I don't want to, or I'm trying not to collect those, because if I collect those, obviously it feels a bit cheaty, because it's going to give me health back. And the purpose of this is obviously to challenge myself and not use a health pack or medkit or whatever. So I'm just going to be trying to avoid those wherever I can. So in the treetops that we're at here, I'll show you in a second, but below us, or I've sort of glitched off the ledge a bit there. Down there is actually where we started the level, so I'll show you what you can do if you fall off these trees in a second. I mean, there's no point in going over here unless you want 2 items. There's some Desert Eagle clips that we collected first, and there's some flares there. Obviously, if you don't want those items, you don't have to go into the tree. Or, you have to go into the trees, but you don't have to do the jumps that I just made. So that's the start of the level there, that's where we came in. I don't know how we actually got there because there doesn't seem to be a path there, but hey ho. And the way to go if we want to get back up to the trees is to do a standing jump and grab this ledge here. Pull up and hold down, jump and grab, and then Lara will just jump and grab the branch there. So that was the way we came from. There's the health crystal. Behind us are the trees, so we don't need to go over there. The way that we need to go is over here. So there's a couple more items that we're going to collect over here before we actually go into the temple itself. So we're just going to do another running jump over to here. And then we're going to go right to the edge. We're just going to do a standing jump, pick up this health pack, go to the edge again, and then do another standing jump here. Or two standing jumps, one there, and then one here. So we're just going to slide down, hold down, action, grab, and then shimmy across this ledge here. So in here, if we pull ourselves up, we've got some shotgun shells, and then we're just going to crawl back off here. And the actual way we want to go is behind us, but first we're just going to jump over here so we can kill another snake and get some more flares. Okay, so we're just going to make another jump across the water now. Obviously, if we fall in the water there, it's not a death sentence, but what it does mean is we'll have to go back to basically the start of the level again and climb all the way back over here as we did before. So we just killed another monkey there, and then we're going to start crawling into this cave area here, and this is where we'll actually enter the temple in a second. Now, as you can see, there's a snake there, so we're just going to walk forward to trigger him and then jump back. And as you saw there, they do, like I said earlier, they do like to hide snakes, so there's literally one hiding in the grass, and then there's one hiding behind the corner there. So it just shows you that they seem to hide them everywhere in this level. Just going to run down here. Now, this pickup here is quite important. Well, it's not that important for me because that's just the shotgun shells, but if you didn't collect the shotgun in the first level, or didn't collect that first secret to get the shotgun, then you don't. Then that pickup there is actually the shotgun itself. So it's sort of the game's way of telling you that you will need to use the shotgun in this next bit, and I'll show you why. So when we crawl into here, when we stand on one of the tiles, I don't know if you can see there's a statue in front of me there. That statue will actually come alive. So the way to take care of them, because I've tried this before and explaining it while I'm doing it is very hard, is basically they will block your bullets when you're out of range of them. So we can shoot him okay at the moment, but he will then start blocking like that. So if we wait until he gets close to us and then we jump back, we can not only avoid his hits, but we can also do damage to him. And sometimes they bug out like that as well, where they just stand still and block all the attacks. But there we go. So yeah, you basically just want to keep firing, get into melee range. As soon as they're about to hit you, step back, and then rinse and repeat. Now, that's how you obviously do it with the pistols, which is fine. But if you use the shotgun on them, and you know, obviously they're not blocking that when they don't block the bullets, you can actually take them out. I think it's only about 5 or 6 hits. So what we'll probably do is use the shotgun for the next ones that we come across. So now there's actually 2 ways to go. We need to go both ways because the objective here is to open this gate, and we've got 2 keyholes there. So 2 paths, 2 keys. You know the deal. So first way we're going to go is to the right over here, and we're going to pull this lever. You can go to the left or the right, it doesn't matter. So we pull that lever and that'll open the way above us, but what we actually want to do is push this block out of the way so we can get secret number 1. So this is the first secret here, and you get the secret chime, obviously when you walk in here. Now, this secret, obviously if you didn't want to get the items, you can just walk into that path there and then, you know, leave the room and carry on with the rest of the level. But if you want the items, there's 3 items in here. There's a health pack here, which is quite tricky to get. I usually go to the edge, press forward once, press grab, hold down jump and press forward, and then you'll... If you do the sequence in that order, you'll avoid the boulder. If you're a second slower, you might be okay, but any more than that, and yeah, the boulder will crush you. Which has happened to me quite a few times while trying to learn how to do that. So in here there are some flares, and the reason I'm crawling is because there's a blow dart trap there, and if that hits you, I believe it poisons you as well. So you want to just be careful around that. And then in this part we've got a small med pack. Oh, I said there was 3 pickups, so there's actually 4, and we've got some shotgun shells. Okay, so then we're just going to leave this secret. So we're just going to crawl through the blow dart trap. So there's one on this tile here, there's one on this tile, and we're just going to crawl to the edge and just stick to the wall and avoid that. So now we're actually going to go on this way. We're going to go through this door, and first thing we want to do is run and jump off the edge here and try and veer to the left. The reason we want to do that is because this is all quicksand here, and I think this is the first time we've actually walked through quicksand in this walkthrough. And if you can see at the top right, or if you could see, it starts to drain the air meter, but it drains it a lot faster than swimming does. So if you stay in quicksand too long, it then starts to drain your health as it does in water, and then you eventually die or drown. But if you do what I did there and you do the running jump first, you can get across quite easily. Now at this part here we want to climb up there, so you can run and grab the ledge, or if you run from this spot you'll sort of glitch onto the ledge, so it's a bit quicker. Just going to take care of this monkey here, and then we'll pick up this medkit. Now this is the first part of the level, and first reason why this level is quite tricky to do. Not so much without a med pack, but just you've got some quite deadly enemies with the Shiva statues, and then you've got this sort of gauntlet part. So what I usually do is pull the lever as I did there. I do a side flip across here, and then I just run, well, go forward, hold down, run. Oh my god, I took so much damage then. Well, sometimes you don't take damage, other times you do. It's a very strange level, to be honest. There's a lot of places where you take damage like that. Sometimes you can do it. Like the last 5 practice attempts I've had on this level, I haven't taken any damage going through that gauntlet, and then in the one where I'm actually recording, I obviously take over half my life away, which isn't good. What I'll do is I'll carry on now anyway and go through the rest of the level, because if I do manage to do it now, then it just proves that you can do it even if you have bad RNG with that. So we'll see how we get on anyway. I'll have to just be sort of perfect with the next trap. There's another 2 traps that are like that where you can take damage, so I'll have to just try and do those perfectly, and we should be okay. Okay, so I'm going to jump and grab this edge here and then climb up. And this is secret number 2 of the level. So in here we've got some shotgun shells, and we've got some MP5 ammo, and then over here we've actually got a lever. Now if we pull this lever, what that'll do is that'll show us a door in a room that we haven't been to yet. And what that door is, that is actually the 3rd secret of the level. So basically if we don't get the 2nd secret, then we can't get the 3rd secret. So we're just going to let go and drop down there, and I think we take a bit of damage there as well. We already pulled that lever, so what we need to do is go onto this block here, and then we want to do a standing jump. So if you position the block where I positioned it here, you can not only get go the other way to get the secret, but you should also be able to jump and grab and go this way, which is the proper way. So I'm going to go into the water here, and then we've got a little sort of underwater puzzle. Well, not really a puzzle. We need to pull a lever here, swim through the door that opens, and then pull 2 more levers to get into the next part of the level. So there's a door just above us that's locked at the moment, so we're going to pull this lever. And then we're going to swim to the opposite side and pull the other lever. And we should have enough breath just to get out of here now, as long as we don't miss it. So there we go. That's the door that we opened. So we're now in the last room for this to get this first key. And first thing we want to do is go into the water, pull this lever here. That should open up the door behind us, or the gate or whatever. And then when we swim into here, this is secret number 3. So you've got a large health kit or med pack, you've got some flares, and then some grenades as well. And then we're just going to swim out of this, back out of the door again. So I believe there's 4 secrets in this level, so that is, again, let me just check. Yeah, there's 4 secrets. So that's secret number 3. So we've just got 1 more to get, which is in the right path. Now here, as you can see, when I've got this flare lit, you can actually see that there's a block in front of me, and we can jump and grab that. Now, that's usually what I do, is light a flare. There's another way that you can illuminate these blocks, but I find that lighting a flare is the easiest way to do it, because then you can just see where you're jumping. You can also actually, I think, throw a flare onto them. Yeah, and that shows you where they are. You can jump onto them anyway, even without lighting a flare. It's just easier, as you can see. So we're going to pull this lever here, and this is a timed lever, so we're just going to drop down here and get through this gate. Now this is a similar trap to in the first level. So we pull a lever, spiked wall starts coming. But what we need to do here is pull this, and then we need to sprint to the end. So usually pull it, and then start sprinting, because I really need to avoid taking damage. And then do a roll at the end, and step back, and grab the key, and then sprint and through the door. So obviously that was quite close. Usually I like to try and roll so I land on the key. As you saw there, I didn't manage to do that, but I was still able to get out without taking damage, so that's okay. This part here, we just want to jump to the left as I've done there, and then we should be able to just walk through the quicksand. If you go any other sort of way in this room through the quicksand, you can't actually get out of it. So if you go to the right, I believe you can't get out. If you go in the middle, you can't, and I think you get crushed by the ceiling falling down as well. So basically, yeah, you just jump to the left there and walk, and then you get out. Now at this point you can see that the level's actually changed. It's whatever we did in there has caused the temple to sort of half collapse. So now we have to take a different path, so we can't go back the other way. So if you miss secret number 2 or 3, you can't go back and get them basically at this point. So here we've got a boulder that's going to come down, so we can just roll onto this tile, the boulder comes, and then that was a bad camera angle. And then we just run out through the door. Then we can pick up the flares afterwards. So basically now we're just trying to make our way back to that main room so we can go to the other path and get the key. So here there's 2 ways you can go. To the left is a boulder trap, and to the right is the easy way. So I always just go to the right. And in here the only thing you have to do is take care of this little monkey. So just shoot him. And then we open this door here. We go into this room here. There's 2 monkeys to take care of, so we'll shoot those. There's a health crystal in the corner, which I'm not going to get, and then there's a small med pack here, so we'll grab this. And then all we're going to do is roll off the edge, grab all the way down, and then drop and hopefully not take too much damage. So we're going to put the first key that we got from the right side, we're going to put it in the right key slot. And then we'll go over to the left now and we'll get the other key. So this is what I was saying about this level being quite a long level, because you do all of this puzzle and then there's still another 2 or 3 more rooms after this to complete. So if you like, you know, if you like Tomb Raider the actual game, if you like tomb raiding and puzzle solving, then this is definitely like a good level. The problem that I have with it is probably just since I've been doing this walkthrough is that in order to do this level without using a med pack or whatever, you have to sort of be perfect in a way with your... Well, we'll see, because I took a lot of damage in that trap, but I don't know, this level, if you were to ask me about it maybe a month ago or so, when I actually enjoyed playing this level, I would have said, oh, it was great. But now, it's just slowly starting to annoy me. So anyway, back to the walkthrough. So we've swum through to this room here, fairly linear. What we need to do here is we're basically trying to climb up and get into that hole over there. There's a couple of jumps we can do, and there's quite a difficult jump at the end. The camera angle just doesn't help you here at all. So basically, you just want to line yourself up with the location that you want to get to, and then standard just jump and hope you make it. So this part we're going to jump and grab, and we're going to climb up, and then we've got 2 more jumps to make, or 3 more, sorry. So we've got this jump here, which is a running jump. If you do a standing jump, then you probably don't make it. Might do. I'm not sure. I was doing running jump there anyway. And then we've got this jump here, which is one of the worst jumps in the room. Now, you have to sort of line yourself up with... So Lara's pointed at where she needs to go, but as soon as you get across there, the snake's going to activate, so then you need to sort of roll away from him. So we'll see how this goes. So we'll run and jump over to here. Snake's activated. Get into the corner, and then we'll just shoot him. There you go, should be dead now. So, that didn't go too badly. I mean, usually what happens is you make that jump, and the snake will get 1 hit off on you, he'll poison you, and then you'll have to restart the level or use a med pack. So that jump, although that's probably looks more challenging, it's a lot easier than the other jump there with the snake, I find anyway, because you can just jump back and grab the ledge. What I want to do here is I'm just going to crawl through these traps, because we've got if you crawl through the left one here, you can make it through, and then just over here is a small med kit, so we'll grab that. Then we're going to make a running jump over to here. And now we've got a little block puzzle. So we're going to push this block forward once. This block we're going to push forward or to the side, whatever. We're going to push this over 3 times. Then we're going to push these 2 blocks here. So we're going to push this one inwards. We're going to push the one block over inwards, and then we're going to move this block in the middle out of the way. Just going to push this one inwards, and then the one to the right of us now, we're just going to move that out of the way, and that will reveal the lever that we need to pull. Now the whole objective in this room is basically the first, or in this left hand area where we're going to get the second key from, is to fill a pool with water. So if we pull this lever, that'll fill the pool. Now that pool was in the first room, so we've now filled that with water, and then we can make our way back. So the way to actually get back is if you go through this way here, you push this block out the way, and then you can go this way, and that takes you back to the room with the pool in. But what we're going to do is actually go back this way, because we've missed, because the 4th secret is over here. We haven't missed it, but the 4th secret is over here. So we want to run and jump over to this ledge again. We want to drop down backwards and grab, and then drop into here. And then what we're going to do is start crawling, and we're going to crawl through these spikes here. And then when we get to this point, we get the secret. So in this secret is, if you can see, there's a snake, so I'm just going to run past him. And he's guarding some Desert Eagle clips, a health crystal, which I'd really love to grab right now, and some Uzi clips. And then the way we can go now is we can jump back into this pool, because there's one other item that we've missed in this room, which is a health pack up here. Well, there's one other item that I know about that we've missed, which is the health pack. And then we're just going to jump over this way and go back through the first tunnel that we came in. So now we're just making our way back to that room with the pool, which is here. So if we pull this lever now, that will open up the door behind us. Now the whole reason we needed to fill this pool with water is so we could pull that lever, because that's an underwater lever, and obviously it won't let us pull it if we're not underwater. So we had to submerge the pool so we could pull the lever, open the gate, grab the key. And now we have the second key, and we can open up the gate in this main room, and we can carry on with the rest of the level. So we already put the key in the right hand side, so we're just going to put the key in the left. So again here, we've got another trap which can catch you out. We've got a climb wall in front of us, and then there's a spike ceiling that'll start coming down. So we want to try and run and jump and grab the ledge as quick as we can. So run and jump and grab, and then we start climbing. And this is the point where I could probably take a bit of damage, but not on this run because of how much health I've lost. So as soon as you climb out, if you just roll forward, you can avoid the spike ceiling there. So in this room here, there is a health crystal, which again we can't pick up sadly. And then there's a movable block here, which will allow us to climb onto the next part of the level. So again, quite a simple room. We just need to climb up here and then grab, then pull two levers. So run and jump over to here. And there's two levers here, one over the right and one over the left. Now in pulling these, what it'll do is it'll open up the door that was in front of us there. But if you can see, there's two boulders there, so as soon as we run across here, they're going to activate. So we're just going to run across to trigger them, they'll roll off, and then we can carry on into this room. Now, I always get confused with this one. There's no item. No, there's no items in there. So what we've got is, we've got two sort of dragon statues here, so we just want to wait until they've stopped breathing fire and run past them. And now we've got a room with two Shiva statues, so we're just going to use the shotgun on these just to try and melt them down. Yeah, see, that was 7 hits. I didn't think they took that many hits. Maybe blocked one of them. I thought they usually took about 6 hits. But anyway, so if we come up here, this will then activate the second statue. So I'm going to try and count hits now. 1. Yeah, see, that was 6, so I must have missed one before. So the reason we need to kill these statues is because they drop these swords. So we'll pick up these if we can find the right tile. And then we need to place these swords in this other statue up here, and that will then open the door over the other side. So in his right hand, it's this statue. It's this sword, and in his left hand, it's the other one, or her left hand. There we go. And in this water here is a small med pack, which is easily missed and completely pointless for my run, but that's where it is anyway. And last item in this room is some shotgun shells up here, so we'll just grab these, just to replenish a bit of ammo that we used on the statues. And then, just before we go into the last room, we've got some Uzi clips here. And then when we climb through this gap here, we're entering the last part of the level, or the last room in the level. Now, in this part, there's actually 3 more things we need to do. We need to get 3 keys. And then we can open up the door to actually exit the level. So when we come into here, we'll get some music, obviously, and then we can see that there's a guy floating in the middle of the room with a massive hole in his chest, and then there's another guy over here. And basically, these are the 2 explorers that the guy we met in the first level in the end cutscene. These are the 2 explorers that he was... scientists that he was working with, and obviously something's happened to them, and now they're just floating around in the temple. But he's nowhere to be seen at this point. But we'll find out what happened to him at the end of this level. So the first key that we're going to collect is here, but as soon as we go near it, the statue comes alive, so we're just going to take care of him. Luckily not taking any damage there. So we grab that first key. And now we enter the hardest room, or the hardest trap in the game. Now, this room is... I'm just talking about it because I'm going to psych myself up to do it. In here, you basically have to be absolutely perfect with your running. And with the amount of life that I've got left, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. But instead of saving, what I'll do, I'll try it, and then if not, I'll just reload. I'll just play through the level again and just cut the video at this point. So what we want to do is run forward first, and we want to pull this lever here. Then if we do a roll and turn the corner and pull this lever here. I knew I'd die. I knew I'd die there. Okay, I'm going to replay this level up to this point, and I'll just cut it into the video, and yeah. Okay guys, so I'm back at this point now, and I just wanted to show you my next attempt at doing this gauntlet, and hopefully I won't lose as much life. So I'm going to pull the lever, I'm going to jump across straight away. I'm just going to start running forward now and holding down the sprint button. And at this point here, obviously I didn't take as much damage. I took a quarter of my life as opposed to over 75% of it. So hopefully with that in mind, and when I get back to the next bit, I should be able to show you that last trap without dying as well. Okay guys, so I'm back at this spot now, and yeah, as you can see when I draw my weapons, I managed to take slightly less damage this run, but I still took a lot of damage. The gauntlet wasn't kind, as you saw in that little clip again, and yeah, I managed to take damage from the Shiva statues as well. So hopefully, I mean, you can do this bit without taking any damage, as long as I get it correct. It should be fine. So yeah, let's just go for it anyway. So I usually sprint forward, pull this lever, do a roll, and then this bit's the hardest bit. This is where you have to be perfect and get lined up, so you need to make that turn like I did there, and then once you've done that, it's fine, you just run out. So luckily we got through that, and obviously we didn't take any damage then, so I don't think it actually matters how much health you get to that part with. It's just that you have to be perfect at that point. So we took care of the Shiva statue anyway. We collected the flares over there. All that's left to do now is get the third and final key. So this is the point we've got 3 keyholes here. And the third key's down here, but in order to get that, as soon as we swim into here, the current's going to start pulling us towards that spike wall. So what we need to do is pull a lever on each side, and obviously this is sort of timed because you've got your breath meter. So we want to swim, sort of just stick to the edge, and then yeah, just keep swimming across, and we should get to the next side and be able to pull the lever. And as soon as we pull this lever, it will then turn the current off. So then we can not only get out of here, but we can also get the key first. So the key is actually just here, below where we dropped into the water. So we'll grab that. Then we'll swim out, and yeah, this is basically the end of the level. We've just got to put the 3 keys in, and then climb through the door that these keys open. And then we'll get a little cutscene that'll explain a little bit more about the story and what's going on. So we'll watch that, and then we'll get to see the stats and see how long it took me this time and whatever. Now, I believe up until this point before, it took me about 20 minutes, I think, 17 minutes, something like that, in the first part of the video. So after I cut it in, I managed to do it a bit quicker because I was trying to basically just speed run it and get all the items. But there we go, so that was Temple Ruins. On that attempt it took me 29 minutes, collected all the secrets, didn't use any health packs. I think I managed to get all the kills. I might have missed 1 or 2 on the second time through. And obviously, as you saw in the end of that video, the next level we are actually going to get to use that vehicle that you can see there, the quad bike. So yeah, that's quite an interesting level. The next one, I think it's called River Ganges or something like that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.